Hello everyone, this is Mr. Helmet Guy back with another video, finally. Um, I just been doing a lot of research lately and just thinking about my life and how it pertains to me. Yes, I know I have seizures, but I have other problems too. Um, I've always had like a learning disability, a learning curve. Um, some just little things that might just bug people about me kind of points, and I've done a little research and I've done all the little different questionnaires and tests to see if this might be a possibility, but I think that I may be autistic. Okay, and don't start going, you're just making a video because you just want to like say something so you can get no, this is that's not true. I really think that I may be autistic. I mean, anybody that knows me, as long as I've been on YouTube, because I've had other channels, and there's been other people that have found me and followed me again, you would know that some of my little freaking quirks and some of my freaking like things that are just odd about me point to me being autistic. Okay, I did like a little research that says, hey, if you have this, this, and this, you may be autistic. I did like the online test, and it says if you fall within the score of like between 20 to 40 for the score, because they have like 40 questions. So if your scores point towards, and my score was like 22, 23, I think, somewhere in there. So it says that there's a high likelihood that you may be autistic. Now, I'm not gonna go and just like self-diagnose myself, but that's what the results show. I'm probably gonna go to the doctors and say, hey, there's just a lot of things that I've noticed about me. You know, is there anything that you all can do, like a study or something like that, to see, am I autistic? Because there's a lot of things, like I missed a lot of like social cues. They're like, what? You don't get it? You don't get? You don't? What? And I don't. And I don't like a lot of like different social cues or like body language or things that people try to tell me. It totally. Whew. I mean, I don't know that's like that for like a lot of people, but it's like that for me like a lot. Okay, and then some of the different behaviors that I display, you know, and then some of the like weird obsessive things like hobbies or whatever that I'm into may point to autism, because once I get in a hobby, I'm very obsessive about it, like beyond obsession, you know, like, you know, I collect Coca-Cola stuff, and and I was going to stay just in the kitchen, and it's bled into like almost the entire house. Another thing that points to you may be autistic, like say like you have like a certain way you like to do some things, or a certain set schedule, and then it totally upsets you beyond being upset. You shouldn't even be upset about it. Beyond being upset, that if something like knocks that whatever you're trying to do out of whack. Like, I'll tell you, okay, I work at Walmart, okay? And I like everything, and a lot of my coworkers already know this because they've been around me. And I'm pretty sure they're like, yeah, this guy has autism. But there's like a certain way that I like everything set up, because I have like my own system, okay? And I mean, a normal person could just adjust if something disrupts that system, but not me. It just really peeves me off. And sometimes if I have somebody working with me to help me, because sometimes I work in pets and sometimes it takes two. So if I don't get to start with the items that I want to start with, it gets under my skin. I always like to start with the kitty litter, okay? Big pet, because I always put it down the aisle that's stacked over from the wall that the kitty litter's on. And if somebody doesn't like set it up the right way that I like to set it up, they're like, John, you're wasting time. You don't have time to move stuff. I'm like, I'm sorry, but I have to. It's like a weird obsession of mine. I have to have certain things a certain way, and it bugs me. It bugs me. Okay? Shoot. When I was at McDonald's, I had to have certain thing, and it just freaking pissed me off. And a lot of those kids are like, why do you make it do this? I was like, I'm sorry, it's the way I am. It's the way I am, and I can't help that. You know, but that's another sign of like if certain things are a certain way, or if your schedule's set in a certain way, and then it doesn't fit to where, you know, whatever. Shoot, when they take hours away from me, and I already have it set in my mind how I like to do stuff, and how I like to get everything done, and how I like to pay the bills and whatever, and something disrupts that, that really bugs me. But, you know, and there's like, I couldn't even tell you half the stuff. Okay, there's just so many things about my different behaviors. Okay, I'm just obsessed over certain things, and I have a high time reading social cues. I have a learning curve. I've always had a learning disability ever since I was a kid. You know, like learning new things. Or if things get hard, I implode. I implode here, and I give up. It's overwhelming. Things that should be simple, and I should be able to work through. And I've always tried to work through stuff. I'm not saying that I've ever given up completely, but a lot of times I would just shoot. I had an opportunity to go to college, and somebody actually paid for my first 2 semesters. Okay, and said I'd pay for a third if I made grade. I made grade, you know, and they're like, but I was like, it's getting too hard, and I gave up on college, and I shouldn't have, you know, because I was doing computers, and I love computers. But anyways, I just wanted to let you guys in on like something in on my something that's personal to me and stuff like that. But more videos to come. I know this has been a while, but anyways, hope to see you guys on the next video. Mr. Helmet out.